Hello, hope you are having a beautiful day. In today's video, I wanted to talk about dog training question that I recently had. Um, so it's an interesting question, and I wanted to make this video public because um, I think it's gonna help many people out there. So usually I make these videos for the members only group that I run, but this time I decided to publish this video on YouTube. All right. So the question in place is, my dog urinates in the lift, apartment's lift. What do I do, or how do I go about it? All right. Before you know talking about the possible solutions, I would like to um, see if this is marking or urination. If you have a small puppy, like let's say maybe less than 4 months old, it could be because of the bladder control. Like puppies have little bladder control. They can't hold much, so they frequently wander to urinate, right? And if that's the case, then yeah, you can check out my guide on how to potty train your puppy, which is in my blog for free. You can use it. So use that guide and potty train your puppy. So that's going to solve the problem. All right. So what if the urination is because of marking, right? Male dogs, when male hormones kick in, they mark to to um, demand their territory. All right. So if it's marking, if the behavior is marking, what do we do? Any dog training problem, if you think of, you could solve it using multiple solutions, right? There is no one right or wrong way to do it, but you have many possible solutions. So let's go over the solutions one by one. So correction is is a way to solve the problem. The only downside is that if you keep shouting or yelling at your dog anytime the dog urinates or marks on the lift, the dog would learn that the aversive experience comes in your presence, right? The behavior might not be, or the behavior would stop in your presence, but in your absence, the behavior would still persist. So that's a solution that I would not consider. Like, you don't have to shout or yell at your dog when the dog actually marks in the lift, or anywhere for that matter. All right. So what's the next solution? The next solution would fall under management. That is, people would um, people could carry their dogs in their arms so the dog wouldn't mark, right? If you have a small or a small breed, that would make sense. The downside is that when you have larger breeds or medium sized breeds, the dog would weigh easily 30 to 35 kgs, so you may not be able to carry the dog. So what's the other solution? The other solution is to teach an incompatible behavior. That is, um, let us assume that you bring the dog or you take the dog inside the lift, and as soon as you go inside, you ask for an incompatible behavior like sitting or just lying down, right? When the dog lies down or when the dog is sitting, he really can't mark, right? So the um, asked behavior is very incompatible with the actual behavior that we are trying to solve. So if your dog doesn't know any of those behaviors, you could still solve the problem by just feeding the kibble one after the other, right? As soon as you enter the lift, just keep feeding your puppy, like a couple of kibbles one after the other until you reach your floor. That's going to solve the problem. um, but eventually you could teach a behavior like sit or down, and then you could ask for the behavior, and then keep rewarding the behavior. So each time the dog enters the lift, he knows that rewarding, behavior like sitting or laying down is very rewarding. than the marking. So this way you could solve the problem, right? Yeah. So if you like this video, stay subscribed, and if you have any questions related to dog training, please do ask in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. See you in another video. Thanks.